They'll be calling you radical. FUGO me not, FUGO me not. Read this, they're blasting you again. This is the third time I've done this exact video. I did this exact video on March 15th. If you believe the media, they're lying. Tell that to Colin Powell, they have weapon mass destruction. Tell that Pat Tillman fought off 9 million Al-Qaeda, you know, go on and on Balco 5 years later. Then I did it. That was before I got cancer, before they sent me FUGO me leukemia in the mail and tried to mass murder me, fighting for my life. I've been able to review some of those videos when I was fighting for my life. I'm like, oh my God, I haven't seen it for 4 years. I'm like, whoa, shriveled up to nothing. Then right up there, as I hiked up there, 10,000 feet, I released the balloon when I was all shriveled up the night after the first cancer walk. FUGO me not, and I released the balloon. And I begged Japan to please, the nuclear cartel, the nuclear industry, to please stop sending food. And if you don't know what a FUGO bomb is, a FUGO bomb, World War, now, this is so important that they started burning this into the waste and declassified the waste when I was in Vienna, and I'll lay this all out. It's really important. So, in World War II, people still, believe it or not, didn't even know what the jet stream was. It was hypothesized 2,000 years ago by a Japanese philosopher that there was this, we didn't have the word freeway, this fast airstream back up. The Japanese military, somebody inside the military thought, well, maybe he's right. Let's try it. So they released FUGO bombs into the atmosphere. It was a big keep secret like they're doing now, the cover up of Fukushima. Shh. Loose lips sink big ships. Oh boy. Loose lips sink big ships. Carol and I, Weeping Willow too, oh, we've been sinking some big ships the last few days. Oh, we got these rats in their ivory tower running scared. They should fear us, because look what they're doing to us, and we don't need violence. We don't need a gun. We have truth on our side. You want to lie and place yourself in public? Go right ahead. So they released the balloons. They were making it here, all over the western United States. FUGO bombs with bombs on them. A guy named Archie Mitchell in Oregon had his Sunny's class up. They found one and it killed them all. My dad found one. Parts, I still have parts of it. But, so here they go again. So they've been given permission. I want people to very much know the decision on the cover-up of Fukushima was made right at the top by Barack Obama. The buck stops where, and the International Atomic Energy in Vienna. They made the choices. They run this dog and pony show. Gregory Giacco was screaming his head off. The NRC was told to stand down, comes out of the Situation Room. So they made the choices at the cover-up, flew Obama's family out. He gives that lie, the greatest lie ever told. So just like he just lied yesterday, says he signed a document that's going to block forced labor. This is all part of the TPP dog and pony show. If you're going to block forced labor, what are you going to do? Arrest freaking Walmart? Apple? By the way, you know I have an Apple slave-made device. That's what I call my slave. An activist bought me an iPad, a nice iPad, which made by... I didn't want it. I didn't want it. I says, I won't have any Apple thing, but I had it, so I use it. I dropped it yesterday and broke it. Just broke the glass on it, shattered the grass. So I thought, well, oh, everybody's like, oh, you can just get that replaced. So I go to the Apple store. No, we can't replace the glass. $400. We'll give you another. What? We'll give you a deal. $400. I mean, it never ends. It's outrageous. I use that thing, you know, when I'm on the fly, you know, because I use my little $40 login, my $10 1950 tripod. So he signed, that's a scam and it's a lie. TPP could attach to all these laws. Now, when the language of it is forced, which means gun, bought, and sold slaves. So it's just like the anti-nuclear establishment. Boy, do I have a present for Helen Caldecott, all of them in Germany today. They don't know who I know over there in their ivory towers and their glass houses. So they're burning the nuclear waste, aerosol in it. The jet stream moves left to right. The earth is round, hammers us, just like I said, Dan. So this is important, very important. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck. When I was in Vienna, in Austria, they pushed through the International Atomic Energy, which has veto power over the UN. They pushed a bill through, a resolution, to, look, all nuclear waste has to have place of origin stamped on it. So activists like us can take cameras over there and catch these lying rats. It's just like when you have to have an obituary in a newspaper. By law, you have to place it. By law, you have to cause death. By law, the coroner has to sign. Now, Utah's backdoor to all that language. People are saying this. So if you have a loved one dies of leukemia and you're not putting a loved one, which two of my friends have just recently did their family. You know how arrogant that is? Because then researchers can't go in and research the cause of death. So they take away the place of origin on the waste. Now you know there's how many millions and millions of bags of waste in Fukushima, Japan. They got permission, as I reported, to take off the origin. That's part of this dog and pony show. So Carol's video at the... Now look, this has been released by the Department of Energy. They did it very subtly. They did it very secretly. They didn't want anybody to find out. So they subtly put out that the 13.1 tons of the most dangerous stuff in the world, the plutonium, that they sent over to secretly Moxie fuel in Japan, didn't work. They sent it back. They released it, slid it in last week, says, hey, we're shipping it back to New Mexico. Now, we know W.I.P.'s been closed. I reported that. We know W.I.P.'s lied about their freaking salt truck blowing up. We know it's all a lie. So where is it going? So Carol's called them. This guy calls her back and threatens her. We just want, because these guys are living in their ivory houses, their glass houses. They live in their glass. Look, there's been no resistance movement for 30 years. Just like in Germany, they're having the Chernobyl conference in Germany right now. Kellicott's over there, but a lot of my friends are there too. My ties in Austria and Germany. So they'll come out and say, oh, Chernobyl killed 1 million people. And I went at it with that guy. What are you talking about? Chernobyl's killed 1 million. Chernobyl's killed over 40 million people. Still killing. What are you talking about? Oh, we don't want to feed them the whole velvet. That's what we call false equivalency, boiling the frogs, gaslighting. That's exactly what the anti-nuclear establishment has turned into in this country. So at Kellicott's Symposium, you can ask Bob Alvarez, you can ask, Dr. Scheer, you can ask Gutterson, you can ask, she would not let anybody use the F word, Fukushima. So same with plowshares. Oh, I fixed plowshares. Oh, did I fix them? They say, oh, nuclear bombs are bad, nuclear power is good as egg and rice. I took care of that. They'll tell you right now. Anybody who says nuclear power is okay and nuclear bombs is a moron and a fool and is totally ignorant working for the other side. It's just like this. They're either arrogant, living in their glass house, or they're lying. We know Mox Fuel 3.4. I reported that the day it happened. There's Mox Fuel in 3.4. Look, Japan's nuclear industry, the 51st Strait, Yalta by the Sea, is nothing more than a nuclear weapons factory for profit. We've made enough nuclear bombs to slaughter this world 1 billion times over. So why would they make more after Gorbachev and Reagan signed? That's why Megan broke in. By the way, it was our work that got her released on a pill. Do not kid yourself. It's our work that, that thank you to the two judges that, the one moron, but thank you to the two judges that saw the light. So that's exactly what they're up to. This is an orchestrated cover-up. In the early days, there was lots of litigation flying around Fukushima. Lots of it. It took them time to circle the wagons. The United States military industrialized complex, which is the United States of nuclearism. Look, all these senators are briefed. Ask Barbara Boxer, told to stand down. They all know. Wyden went to Fukushima. Remember, now he votes for TPP, which is shrouded in nuclear waste. Look, this is all the cover-up. The 2020 Olympics, the IAEA, the International Olympic Committee are the exact same people. Build our stadiums, loot the country, whatever. So it's just free money. It's all corruption. They're the same corrupt cabal of evil bastards. So this is the cover-up. So look, if they de-level the waste, so they're shrouding, it's coming in. So the D.O.E. cannot release this saying they're doing this if they're not doing it. Now, South Carolina's filed suit. This is all Savannah River. Savannah River was freaking built up. They have the port in North Carolina. They bring it in South Carolina, Duke Energy. But it's Savannah River where this dog and pony show. Energy Solutions here. Los Alamos, W.I.P.P in New Mexico. They have them all. They bought one supposedly in Texas. It's been reported by the Salt Lake Tribune. Thank you, Brian. That's a great piece you did. I love you. There are a few journalists. And by the way, I want to say this to the Washington Post. I put the bug in their ears like the dean right here calls me. The ex-dean. Before they threw my degrees out, kicked me out of the freaking academia, in their club. It was we're the #1 school business in the country. Now we know RA 300, they got rid of me. Yeah. Because this universe General Electric, they can't have an anti-nuclear activist. They have a supply chain, direct line coming right from China. Steve Jobs' freaking baby. By the way, Tim Cook's ancestors were slave owners. Alabama's where he's from. He comes from slave owner roots. You don't think he's a slave owner now? You're a fool. So they declassify all this waste so that we can't, as activists, go out because there's a new brand of sheriff in town activists. We're not Helen Caldecott. We're not Chris Busby. We're not freaking Arnie Gundershield. We're not these freaking softball false equivalency rats. We're not going to sit and tell you Chernobyl killed 1 million people, want to kill 40. No, we go right at them. Oh, you're going to panic the public. Oh, fucking rights, we're going to panic the public. Eugenics? If this is eugenics, what a way to do it. As Biden is here today at Huntsman Cancer Center, which we call the luxury good of death. Now, hear me on this. This is important. This is not my words. This is the best oncologist in the world. I've been in the bone marrow transplant center fighting for my life, save my life. First day I go in there, the shirt says, well, you want to go to the, luxury good of death. They didn't call it luxury good of death. If you want to go to the hotel and eat the good food and die and extract all your money, go to Huntsman. You want to live, you come here. I says, I'll come here. I'll take living, which LDS Church doesn't know. It's Danish philosophy medicine. It's the greatest hospital in the world. LDS Salt Lake City is the greatest hospital in the world. Go ask them. They hate Huntsman. Vincent Hansen, he'll tell you he's anti-nuclear. The greatest oncologist in the world. Finvo and Vincent, they're both hardcore anti-nuclear. They're wonderful. They get it. They fought for me. They saved me. With chemo and, I didn't want chemo, but with lots of different things. So they're hiding the waste just like in an obituary. So your loved one dies and you don't listen because they're trying to hide this in Utah. One, they have a major pill overdose epidemic. They have a major suicide. It's all image. Come to Utah. Life elevated, which I call it life excavated. Come to the Huntsman Chemical, Huntsman Chemical, benzene, styrofoam McDonald's container, the polluters, the mass murderers that they are. Now remember, Biden's son died of cancer. He was in, where, Iraq? Fallujah? White phosphorus on their own man? What's white phosphorus? Depleted uranium? Oh, that's the stuff they're trying to hide. Look, the rest of the world will not take it. But this country, we know, has been looted. It's just like Scalia dying. The story's not, was he killed or whatever? The story is easy. What's he doing with this group? What's that? Not unethical, illegal. Illegal fascism. When corporation and the powers there be inside of a government mix and mingle and become the church. It's your theology. It's your ideology. It's your sociology, de facto mythology. No, it's your biology, literally. It's your ecology. It's mass murder. So the only place to take it's all over here. There's big money in this stuff. Look, they'll never... Making bombs is all about the military pork contracts. These guys are becoming billionaires and more. They sit in their ivory towers. They work for the government. They're freaking work for Los Alamos. The Department of Energy is the most corrupt institution. Do you want to know who runs this entire world? The corrupt is the Department of Energy of the United States. This state versus federal power? No. State, federal, all of it has been trumped by the nuclear industry. Barry Antoinette, let them eat your cake. Hillary Westinghouse, both sides are all in. Every one of them still. Even Trump's chirping that he's pouring. I mean, these people are insane. Mass murdering themselves. So, FUGO me not. Japan, please stop sending FUGO bombs. Well, not Japan, the Department of Energy, stop killing us. And if you're using it for eugenics purpose, what a way to kill your populace. Kill a bunch of 50, 60-year-olds. But what a good plan, extract all their money as they die. I mean, my God. Thank you to providing India that nuclearized the fight that's going on there, the great activists. There's a lot of great activists around the world that are battling their ass off. They're being killed. There's 84 men killed in India. They're fighting Taiwan. Oh my God, the fight in China. I know. Wow, what a fight. Thank you to you freaking anti-nuclear. Wow, are they fighting? By the way, China's throwing their hands up on all their nuclear. They know just what this is. There's no much fighting. It's too expensive. They're going all solar, and they're racing past the United States because the United States is blocking the solar farms. The Western United States, all sun. We already have it. But these state legislators, these corrupt U.S. Magnesium right here is lobbying. Freaking, we want the water. Those corrupt rats that are right here. Corrupt rats, all these corrupt rats, Dirty Herbie, everybody's in on this whole country. It's this simple. Every single person in the country, except for our teeny group, Kevin Blanche trying to save you from you. Every single one of you is caught up in this neo-competitive, and all just thinking about your next buck, in your image. Oh, I got this business, I'm all that. Your next image, your posturing and your grooming, 100% chasing your next dollar. Chasing your next dollar when you get leukemia. You don't even think you've traded in all that for your health, be in symphony with your environment, this beautiful place. Boy, I picked the right place to make my videos, is all I got to say in the inception. To my anonymous brothers and sisters, oh, I love you guys. To the Million Mask Group, Christy, I don't talk about her enough. She's awesome. That photograph, there's a lot of stars that were born on that day. Not the November 5th, remember the 13th, which was a powerful day, but the 14th. That day, that photograph, mark my words, there are people in that crowd, and I said it right then. I could feel the energy. I could say, there are the incredible human rights activists, anti-nerd in that crowd, young ones, that will change the world, will become the greatest activists in history. Mark my fucking words. Stand tuned. These nuclear rats are out of control. This unlabeled waste, these guys will tell you they don't know. It's all shrouded in secrecy. Oh, they know. Two things. They're either ignorant in their ivory house, because they don't work. They make giant money at Berkeley. That, you know, private contractors on the weapons designers make $1.5 million a year. They don't work. None of them work. None of them do anything. And they've had no resistance movement for 30 years. They've had carte blanche. Now they have Kevin Blanche. They should fear me. And I don't need violence. They're the ones attacking the violence with me, gave me leukemia. They're the ones trying to kill me. Nope, I do everything legal. We do everything legal. And all you fake activists out there, all you people that went for the thing and all their grid education, everything, Cal Berkeley, all you professors, everybody that's gone along because you thought you were on the winning team. Fucking fuck Mueller, fucking Cullen, all of them. You've simply branded yourself in history, you know. Nice work. You stood up for this fucking, the great nuclear lie when you knew it was a lie. You've just branded yourself. They never had re-verification. D.O.E.'s thrown in their fucking hands. So I want to say this to you rats in New Mexico, at Los Al and W.I.P.P. What corrupt lying? Wasn't plutonium? You're all liars. And the chickens have come home roost, Bobby. You know, so where's it going? Oh, it's going. Secretly? Oh yeah, they'll tell me right in my face, Patriot Act, Patriot Act, Patriot Act, Patriot Act. Huh, I don't think so. And you people in your guy that took all the money, didn't work, do anything. There's a new sheriff in town. We have a small group of activists in our small army. We're not Helen Caldicott. We're not Chris Busby. We're not Joe and Mango. We're not going to softball. Oh no, we're going to kick the fucking doors down. And we're a force to be fucking reckoned with. We're going to save the fucking world. We're going to save you from you. Stand tuned.